All right, welcome to AI Finance 101. I am joined with Sasha, who's also from the GTA, Greater Toronto Area. Welcome, Sasha.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So, for the benefit of the group, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what you do, and how you got introduced to Aurum Foundation's AI Finance.
Sure. So, as I was saying, I'm in my day job. I am a therapist. So, kind of working for my own private practice and then another company, which keeps me pretty busy. However, I would say around a year ago, I've got invited into the crypto space by one of my friends. And then around January, this friend introduced me into Aurum. And it quite interested me a lot because, we're all trying to escape the rat race a little bit. And we're trying to kind of find a way to have some more freedom in our lives where we're not kind of stuck on a time clock, more time with our families, etc. Sorry, I had a call coming in there. So yeah, I got involved in Aurum back in January. So far, so good. I'm also involved in some other projects, and one of the most important things for me is due diligence around these projects because I have really wanted to market them as well, but not really building a team. I have a few people under me so far, but it has given me the chance to, put aside some of my hard earned money and start to grow it. Through using the robot there, the XI bot. And I'm also just sort of researching more about Aurum to get a greater sense of, what their long range goal is, how it's been running. I understand that Brian Benson is the guy kind of behind the scenes. And he also worked at Binance in the past, and that he has some pretty lofty goals for Aurum moving forward. So, with that being said, like I always have further questions, which maybe I'll save for later, or maybe I'll save when we're not recording. But anyway, yeah, that's my long winded introduction. So, thanks for having me today. Hello.
Hi, Sasha. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
And my name's David.
Hi,
I
David.
joined in May 5th of this past month. Um, I am about $36 shy of comfort. Where are you on the partner scale?
Mm, I only have a few people in with me so far and looking to build.
Okay, that's not what that wasn't my question. On the partner scale, the partnership program, how much money do you have invested?
Maybe around 800.
Okay, so you're in standard.
Yes, standard, yeah.
Gotcha. What are your goals for obtaining either Voyager or a higher level?
I would like to attain a higher level. I'd like to get to Voyager. I would like to market Aurum
Okay.
personally. Uh, I think I could do well with marketing it. The only thing is, when I do so, a lot of people I'm talking to are very much in the crypto space and doing due diligence stuff, blockchain analysts, these types of people. And
Okay.
because of that and a lot of their questions, I haven't been able to answer a lot of their
Okay.
questions. They've been more hesitant ab-
Mm-hmm.
about coming in, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been, that's
Sure.
kind of part. part of my goal is like, let me get
Okay.
more people in, more money in. I'm just starting out, I guess I should say.
Okay. So I'm a former licensed life insurance and annuities agent and almost got this series 66 and 7. So what do you know about 401ks, securities, and cryptocurrency?
In Canada, they're called RRSPs. They're called registered savings accounts. They're called common sense funds.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason for this is a FinHealth, Sasha. We call it FinHealth, David and I. It's a FinHealth, financial health assessment. You're just getting started out. You have just seen some profits come in. You want to organize yourself and kind of position yourself to give yourself that freedom based on the record that's been set in the past 12 months by hundreds of thousands of people around the world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But because the concepts are new, the marketing is different than you just selling a coffee, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is a known product, it's a known brand. Aurum is unknown to 99.99% of this world. That means out of 9 billion people, very small fraction of 250,000 people know about it. And out of those 250,000, every single one of them makes money, but only 20% of them really promote it, have the skills, have the ability, have the mindset, have the tool sets. And we're looking for like minded people to come and learn. That's all. If you're open to learning, and if you're open to basically not caring of other people's opinions, first of all, because you get into any business, you're going to be shut down. Your family, your friends may not understand it because they perceive the concept as 1964 Tim Hortons. It's new. So by
Absolutely, yeah.
30,
Yeah, I mean,
so let's dig in some of the questions that you have.
so I should start by saying like I do a lot of my investments in the stock market. So I'm kind of coming from that background and the security of my finances in terms of where I'm holding them there when they're not invested. And I do have an RRSP as well that has some growth, but I think with Aurum, I think the security of funds is probably the most important piece when I start to talk to people about Aurum.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I guess like maybe some of the questions like around I saw a recent video from Brian Benson which was quite great actually. And he was talking about getting regulated in Canada, and
Mm-hmm.
then I was talking to someone about Aurum, and my understanding is he going to be registered as a business in Canada, or is he actually going to be regulated with, say, the Canadian Securities Administrators, like to actually hold funds in a safe way? Does that
So
make sense?
so I
Okay.
got a couple questions for you, Sasha.
So hold on. Let me go through this one time because this is a really important one. As Sasha was asking about the Canadian license and what it entails. Again, Brian Benson and his team just introduced today. They're going to be in Australia in November. So this, imagine the globe. I have a little globe here. They're going around in different jurisdictions and building partnerships with local banks and the governments to be able to bring this into the real stock market. That's the
Okay.
ultimate goal. Right now, the license in Canada is registered and it's called Nairo Technologies, Aurum Nairo Technologies. So this allows us to combine financial services with technology, which is AI technology.
Okay.
Yes, we are registered, we are licensed, and yes, it will eventually, once they come here to really kick it off, it will be a basically a licensing, and it'll be a process of just all of the insurance. I know ICD, Insurance Deposit Bank of Canada, or whatever that is. And in America, it's the same way. We're going to be under the same regulations because if we're going to pay taxes on it, we can also need to be protected by it. That's why they're trying to go through the regulatory systems, if that answers.
Yeah, that's great. So if I show people, like say I take them to the osc.ca and I tell them to put in the narrow technologies, they would be able to find that listed there, and that would give them that peace of mind, that they've done, their due diligence, and
Let
then they
me
can.
let me just share the licensing page with you if I can get it. I don't know why my screen is stuck, but we do have the license number. Exactly, you can find out the number and you can give them the number. You can tell them that this is what they can search for. Because giving people again information alone, they go down the wrong holes and they get confused. But when you give them real license with a real number, then they understand and they go through it themselves. So let me see if I can pull that up, if you don't mind. And we're organizing this channel in such a way that people can come and basically ask all of their questions. That's why I have David here as my co-host, if you will.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I have
Because
a couple
we need
people.
information.
Oh,
Oh, let me see that license again. I'm trying to go through the whole thing and I will be able to find it. But anyways, I can send you a snapshot of it,
yeah,
and
that'd be. Yeah.
you can do send that to anyone. And the other
So,
thing is,
Sasha,
go ahead. Stop.
what do you know
Okay.
about the New York Stock Exchange?
Um, I don't know much about it. Tell me more.
Okay, what do you know about a 401k?
Um, I don't know much.
RRSP, that's RRSP equivalent in
Okay,
US.
I have
Okay,
my RRSP, and my bank takes care of that investment. And
okay,
I mean,
so, okay, hold on. You're going my own minute. So, what type of shares do you buy?
my bank takes care of my shares.
Okay, again, what type of shares? A, B, or C?
I don't know.
Okay,
So
so
here's
type
the deal.
A in
Here's the deal.
America would hold on. There's a reason for what I'm saying. Type A is typically all your fees are pull up front, so you pay them up front. Type B or C is typically managed throughout the life of that share, however long you have it for.
Okay, then it's type
A,
BC. Yeah.
okay, all right. So that's typical. The reason for that is that way they make money off you. That's how they make
Hmm.
money. Okay, whatever that number is. What happens with AI finance is there is no human interaction anymore. So that A, B, or C is now gone.
Okay.
So here, the RRSP equation, let me just explain that about my experience of 10 years as a Primerica advisor. I had thousands of customers. I worked really hard and the income was great, but to get the licensing, to get all of this, and the returns weren't that much. I had one customer who had $640,000 in their RSP after 7 years. Most people are not saving money because it's growing at very small, steady pace. Right now, the stock market is good. You said you're active in the stock market this week, yesterday particularly. Canadian stock market did amazing,
Hmm.
but it's volatile. That is a steady growth. If you have a two, three, 400,000 in 5, 10, 20 years, you may get it to $1 million. But here, you can do it in 24 months.
Yeah, and that's why I want to diversify. I mean, I understand, like, I have, ETFs and mutual funds and all that stuff that my bank handles for me, but that's really long term, long range. It's volatile, goes up and down, and hopefully, you make ends meet when you're retired, right? But
Now, there's one
that's
thing here we're not talking about, which is the inflation. You remember when a coffee was 99 cents, for example? This is small coffee. This is 160 cents,
mhm.
$1.60. Now, if the money is not growing at that speed, by the time you retire, things will be so expensive. It'll just buy you what it buys right now. It's not going
Exactly.
to.
Yeah.
So the goal here with people with securities, RSPs, other things, Sasha, he left. But securities is to get them higher return faster, and they can start with $130 just to test.
Yeah, that's what I started with. I started with low and I wanted to put more in. And then I got a friend in and another friend, but um, I guess I
There
need
are so
more.
many other companies, Sasha. Let me bring it to this also. This is due diligence. There's so many scams out there. My cousin in Australia has lost 40,000. There's been other people in Canada and Toronto. Jonathan Day, who's my good friend, tomorrow I have an appointment with him at uh, right here at 8:30, and he put in 1,000. It's grown to 4,000, but he prior to that lost 75,000 Canadian dollars.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he's coming on, and I'm recording. I have so many, so many. See what they did. This company, Sasha. Just a little bit of enlightenment. They got a group of people together. They started this network, and they had a little initial funding money, and they started to pay out and get more members and pay out and would get more members. When it grew bigger, there was like 20, 30, 50 million dollars maybe in here. They took the money, disappeared because they couldn't continue paying it out.
Mm-hmm.
The network was bigger than the income that was coming in.
Oh, I
And
know.
people,
I was in several projects and the exact same thing happened, right? They were more like Ponzi schemes. Um,
absolutely.
there's a lot of that in the crypto space. What was
The,
I
the
going to
re-
ask you? I had a couple other questions. Um, Let me see if I can find. I wrote a list down. Oh, the
Very
other
good.
thing.
Write your questions down, folks. If you don't, please do due diligence like Sasha did.
The other thing I'm curious about, why the VPN? Why do we need that VPN? Like, is it going to start being accessible, but through North America eventually, or is that just for now? Like, we need that VPN to log in.
So, very valid question, and let me answer it in two ways. First of all, before we get into VPN, I want to introduce everybody to Authenticator. If you go on Google, right, and you have a Google Authenticator, what it does, let me see if I can pull it up. Google, oh, it's here. This guy right here, Sasha, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is the biggest problem for most people around the world right now into downloading it and connecting this to their Aurum account. Because every time I want to sign in, it's going to try FaceTime. It's going to recognize my face and it's going to say, okay, you're in. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
This number must be taken to Aurum to allow us in. This is a security that banks use all the time. So now we need VPN. Let me go to second question. First question. VPN, I didn't even know what it means. First of all, let's find out what it means. VPN, virtually protected network, right? So
Right.
this network is virtually protected from hackers, from people who want to get in because they verified with your face recognition and you're able to go through it. And because of the legal decentralization, again, this is decentralizing, which means the government has not control over this yet. They're introducing the legislation to be able to tax it, to be able to milk it, to do whatever they do with the rest of the industry.
Right.
So for now, it requires VPN until they put that lock in, and then yes, then it will be free. Everyone can join all over the world. In Iran, in let's say in Australia, all over in Europe, people can join without some countries without a VPN because it's already regulated there.
So it has to be regulated here, and then that should be. We won't need the VPN from another country.
That's correct. And the whole system is going on an app. Right now they have developed it for Android users. For the Apple, I have a bunch of apps here. Let's say my Facebook or my YouTube. I just go on here and it's going to be like that. You're going to click it. It's going to go onto your website. It's going to show you all the statistics, small, simple buttons, invite, buy, sell, all of this. It's going to be just like a Facebook app,
Okay.
like any other app.
That's great. I like apps. I use a lot of banking apps.
It's like a banking app. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Um, Okay. And then the other question, like, I are you okay for a couple other questions, both of you, or?
Absolutely. We got nothing
Sure.
better than do to enlighten the whole community about the steps.
So okay, so the other thing, because I use Quest Trade for the stock market. And it's like a self-directed account, and I kind of compare this a little bit to Aurum in terms of the custody of funds. So one question that somebody had when I was signing them up was like, who holds our funds in there? Like, are they held in like a segregated account? Are they insured? Can If someone wants to withdraw, I guess there's I know for myself there's some approval steps. They just have to wait a few days to get a withdrawal, and there's usually a tax before the year is up around withdrawal. But like, just around custody of funds, can you speak to that a little bit around how I
Okay.
might
So that
market
was a
that?
very deep, long-winded question, but let me see if I can summarize it like this. So self-directed action online requires a lot of due diligence, and some people have this system called Copy Me. So they will show you what they did yesterday and they made some money, and they will ask you to follow their steps and systems. This is
Mhm.
Copy Me basically. This is my cousin does this with hundreds of thousands of people in London, and I'm trying to introduce him to this system, which is totally different.
Mm.
Automation and registration of this company has been done, first of all, in Hong Kong. It's fully licensed in Hong Kong, in Warsaw, in Poland, and in Dubai. Those three continents licensed as a bank, financial service, fintech. One. Number two, there are products here that you can put in today and take out tomorrow without any 1 year lock or 35% penalty. They're under another robot which called the Zoo Spot. So for people like yourself who are active, the best way is to actually try the exchange is open. Just start with $100 because you're active on it. I am not. I don't like to play around. I just like to build my network, introduce to more and more and more people. That's all. They can play. The people who have the knowledge. Alf in Germany, he's buying and selling every day. He's in Bitcoin and he's in active. There's another gentleman in America. He's also very, very active in that. He has transferred some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, something into the Zoo Spot, and he's playing with it actively. And yesterday he made me $11. I don't know how much he made, but I know that was my introduction fee basically.
Okay, so once they deposit in the Zeus bot, then that comes out of their deposit wallet, and then it goes into the exchange, and then the bot is essentially trading against like the stable coin, and then sending back whatever the difference is, $7, $5, whatever.
Exactly. And here the accessibility to the fund is instant, first of all. If you want to take out from the Zoo Spot, from the traders, from the experts like yourselves, you can take it out anytime, any place. Just put it in, take it out at the end of the day if you feel like the profits are good, things like this. Flexibility is the key. Sasha, just sent my mother's nurse who lives in Iran and the guy who comes and drives me around when I go there. I just send them $100 each. If I were to send that $100 regularly, I would have go to Young Street, go to what's called an exchange or Sarafi, exchange my Canadian to US, which one step I lose. Second one, from here today, that's another one I lose. Third, from there when they turn it into real, I lose three exchanges. Here I send him $100. He received no, I sent him $103. He received $102. 1%.
Hmm.
$101.50, something like this.
Okay.
The global exchange and money transfer is very, very, very fast with Aurum because all they need is have an account. You have an account. You can send them. Boom, done. Seconds.
So, what's your strategy, if you don't mind me asking you both? Do you sort of just bring in people based on just come in with 100, see how you feel about it, and go from there? Like, do you think that's
Well,
the
I
I'll
I
strategy?
let David answer that. And David, go ahead and tell him your plans about your experience and other, investment basically that you have done and you're now. Why are you transferring here, please? Thank you. Go on.
so Sasha, I started in on May 5th of this year. Started with $125. I'm now up to 964 roughly.
Okay.
Okay. Um, I have brought in about, let's say, 5 people. Not
Okay.
all of them joined up, and you're not expecting to. Here's what I have learned in the past month with Aurum Foundation. You're going to take as much risk as you're willing to, whether that would be putting $100 in or $130 in with a $20 fee every year, and which would leave you roughly $104. Um, After that, if you're interested in the invite program, or as we call it, recruiting, it's affiliate marketing based type of thing, but you don't get paid for it. The only way you get paid for it is someone signs up. So for every $100 someone puts in, you get $3. So it's not a lot of money. But if you put in $1,000, it becomes 30, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Um, if you want to do that, that is a lot of work. I've been in numerous MLM programs and or Prime America or Roll for Ninja Group. You had to be licensed to sell the product. This place you do not have to right now, currently as we speak. Yes, does it help? Absolutely. Does it give you credibility? Yes, absolutely. What you cannot ever do is say the word guarantee because nothing's guaranteed with an investment.
Right.
Okay. As you know, the stock market goes up, down, and sideways every day. Okay.
Absolutely.
Whether you're United States or you're Canada, you can never guarantee the outcome ever from day to day.
Absolutely.
So, what the XI robot or bot does when you put an amount, let's say $1,000. Today is the 3rd of June. So in on the 3rd of June of 2027, you'll be able to retrieve that $1,000 plus all of your earnings. All your earnings can be withdrawn before that, but there is a 48-hour hold time. Why do I know that? Because I did that. I did a $389 withdrawal, okay, just to see what would happen. So it prevents the pump and dump things that you probably experienced in cryptocurrency before with other platforms and whatnot.
Yes.
That's one reason why they have it there. It's a good thing, really it is, because it it, it eliminates the people who rush in, bomb the store, and then leave,
Mm-hmm.
not paying. That's essentially what it's doing. Same concept, different
David,
platform. Yes.
may I explain to Sasha? This is like my closing that I want to do with this session because I want to teach you my rich uncle's system, cash for life.
Yeah.
The
That's
lottery,
fine.
cash for life, 1,000 a week. Everybody signs up on Friday in the grocery stores, gas
Mm-hmm.
stations to buy this ticket to have a chance to
And
get cash for life. You have
that's
have you heard that one, Sasha?
and that's the perfect lead in actually.
I have actually, and I just had one more quick question for David, if that's okay, just a two
Sure.
second. So,
Yes,
David,
please.
You were mentioning the 401k, which is the RRSP here in Canada,
Mm-hmm.
but you got cut off there earlier. Can you
So
finish that thought for me?
sure. So with any 401k, RSP, or any investment type of deal, the bank or the house always takes its share. As you know, type A is all fees are paid up front. Type B and C is paid throughout the life of the stock, share, bond, whatever you bought.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that institution or that company makes their money. It also prevents you from actually compounding whatever rate that is minus whatever expense ratio or fee is. So that's what limits the trajectory of most 401ks, IRAs, SEPs, Roth IRAs, all that. Okay, so that is really what that limits. In XI bot and Nero, if you go to Nero, Arif, could you show your account for me? That would be great. Arif, just show your account. We'll give him a minute. I want to show you something, and it's easier to show and tell than just tell you.
Sorry, I got so many screens opened up. Sometimes harder to get it shared, but I could. If you want to share, go ahead.
Yeah, just share your screen. You
I
just
am
go to
going to right
the
now. Go right to
XI bot when you
okay
get a chance.
EXAI, but I'm
Hmm.
here now. I just have to find my screen again and start share. Sasha, thank you for participating. So many ladies, including all of my sisters, women, not ladies again, I've been corrected all over. Seven sisters, 50 years. So I've been hammered all over my head and body of criticism. But this is really enlightening for women. I know 90% of our audience, our team is men. I'm
Mm-hmm.
inviting women to come take control of your financial future with AI. So let me see if I
Yeah,
can fix it.
yeah. That only happens with single men. When
I'm
you're
Yeah.
sorry.
married, the women are the ones that have the final decision. So
So here,
yes,
let me know if you're seeing. I'm sharing EXAI bot, this miraculous robot that's giving people
yeah,
freedom. Go ahead.
yeah. I really
Yep.
want. I want to see your count though.
I think that.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead, David. Do you want to continue from here or you want me to
No,
answer
no.
any more
Actually,
questions?
I want you to go to your account.
To my account?
To your account. Yes,
Again, this is going to be switching gears and screens, and I can do that.
that's fine. Take your time.
I'm gonna stop sharing this, and how do I do that? Desktop one, desktop two. I got two desktops happening here.
As he does that, I'll talk. I think
Sure.
my involvement in the crypto space, my motivation, uh, um, in the crypto space is to find a project that is stable, long term, profitable, transparent, verifiable. Because of my experiences with past projects and their failures and my losses,
Mm, yeah.
um, I'm focused on
We are
Aurum,
meeting.
hoping that maybe this one will be the one that has the most longevity and
Bring him in.
most
Sasha's asking questions. We got a very smart lady asking all the questions. Bring him in. Yeah.
I understand. Um,
Okay.
I've had friends that lost thousands and millions in ship.
I'm
Um,
ready, David.
share your screen to your actual account.
I am
Okay.
going
All
to.
right. So do you see that screen there?
yep.
Okay. Could you go to the XI robot, please? Now, if you can see, he made
Oh,
$903.30 yesterday.
here is really my favorite playground. Let me close some of these
Yes.
windows
So
because I got
this is
lots of stuff happening here. But I want to
so
focus
he's
this. Right here is your sales pitch or convincing, Sasha. Give me a number, please. Give me a number in your
so
RRSP.
Sasha. What would make you wealthy What number?
I don't know. Like I'm.
So, in your dreams, if money was an issue, how much money would you want in the bank account of yours?
A lot of money. Five
Tell me a number.
billion. Five
Just tell me a
billion.
number. 5 million. Put 5 million in there, please.
Put 5 million in there.
Again,
We all want to have comfortable retirements, and I think that's been the biggest thing on my mind
That's
is in
5,000.
in
I'm
20.
unable to put my numbers in. I'm having a little bit of problem with my keyboard here, David. But let's go ahead and
Okay,
try whatever number
let's just
comes
do
up.
5,000 for a minute. Just go do 5,000 for a minute.
Because that's hypothetical. I don't want to blow people out of the water. If they have a five to $10,000, they want to multiply it within the year and have a lot of things happening to them, joining this community, and all of that. We're gonna go through that. But let me stop this screen share again. I think we have Vic joining us and Sasha. This is my two partners in America, and David is the financial guru, and Vic is the marketing.
Okay,
We
hi
are,
Vic.
and Vic is
Vic is
muted, but
currently muted.
we're planning to do all of this in Canada. If you give us some time, Sasha, I just need some time from you, 1 hour in your week to discuss these ideas, to clarify them for us, for you, and for the benefit of the public.
Sure. I mean, I've got even more questions, but I'm going to save them for another session just due to time.
Sasha, if you want to write my phone number down, you can. I'll give it to you.
Good idea, too.
Sure. Hold on a
Right.
sec. Because we can connect again and I can,
Yeah, yeah. I'm on WhatsApp, so you can do that.
okay.
David is putting the whole schedule on Calendarly, so we have regular things happening, and all of us are
11,
presenting.
1,
So
3,
one day, if
Monday,
I'm busy,
Thursday.
he's going to be presenting. If one day you're busy, you're going to be. So we're going to be switching roles until everybody really gets this, like riding a bicycle. It's that easy.
Sure.
I make this very simple.
I really like the simplicity it brings, just asking some fundamental questions. So, Sasha, before you go, let's just talk about this one last thing that I wanted to bring to your attention.
Sure.
100%, 100% guaranteed to get you out of where you are to where you want to be, and you don't take any money and risk it except what risk is acceptable here. So here's what I'm teaching based on my rich uncles to my brother and to my cousin, all of them in Sweden. They put down $25,000 on the robot. They take out 1,000 a week until they take out the 25,000. Then they have a 25,000 free money working for them.
Okay.
Over 6 months, you can absolutely do this. If you just like to reinvest it, like some of my customers are reinvesting, they want to get to 50,000, which gives them a higher return. That's another option. But the people who are skeptic, they can put in, test it with 150 over a month, bump it up to 20,000, 25,000, take your thousand a week until you draw all the 25,000 that you put in your RSP, put it back into your RSP, and have a $25,000 EXAI bot working for you 24/7, 365.
Oh, interesting. I like that.
We're not in a rush to go anywhere. I just want people to have enough trust to test it. My brother, my family, my whole team is right now, like Vince said yesterday, we have enough evidence, Sasha, to say this is what happened over the last 6 months. If you do that, do this next 6 months, take your money out, go anywhere you want, free to go. So we're going to talk about all of these in following sessions, but all you need to do is coordinate with David, pick a time and date, and we're going to be here and we're going to get all the questions answered.
Okay, David, how about you send me in the chat your
Do that.
number there? I'll write it down.
Absolutely. Sure. Just remember it's a 1+.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have a whole list of questions, but less time today, so.
That's not a
We're
problem.
here to discuss, to answer. I like the interaction, and I hope you do come
Uh,
back and get some serious about
so, so
educating people about AI finance. That's my passion.
Oh,
could
I'll be
And that's
back.
it.
you
Oh, yeah, I've
could
enjoyed
you
this.
Arif, could you go through the slides pretty quickly?
Again,
Just from the
we
very
did a
beginning.
longer recording right now, and I think Vic has somebody else ready to get restart. So we're gonna stop this and we're gonna redo it again. How's that?
Okay, well, thank you guys for your time. I'll be back
Sasha, would
on.
you want to stay on? And you could be
It's
silent or whatnot.
I might have to jump off for a bit, but can maybe come back in a little
Sure,
while. I
yeah,
just have to
absolutely.
do a couple phone
we're
calls.
open here 11 to 3 p.m. all day, Monday to Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. We go and have a blast. I hope you have a blast. Have a nice day. Thank you, Sasha.
Okay, we'll talk soon. Have a great
Have a
day.
great
You
day.
too, Sasha.
Thanks.
Okay, bye bye.